Oh my goodness, thank you so much for pre-ordering the book, The Paper Solution. I'm recording this in the beginning of January, and for those of you that are pre-ordering the book all the way in the beginning of 2020, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't even have the book yet myself. This is the book right now. It's a manuscript. Here's the cover. This is how early we are in our pre-release. Putnam is like, I can't believe you're gonna do a pre-release this early, but you know, I know you. I mean, I feel like I know you. You know me, and you feel like I don't know you, but I feel like I do know you. Like, you are the Organized 365 raving fans. You support me by downloading the podcast. You send me awesome emails. You comment on all of the social media. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I have pre-ordered a couple of books myself. It means so much to the author when you do so. It shows the publisher that we really do have a tribe of people that want to bring this book to market. And I want to deliver great value for you. So today in this video, I'm going to take you through my personal Sunday basket. This is my personal Sunday basket. I'm going to show you how they are labeled. Remember, we are recording this in the beginning of January 2020, and I change my labels often. So you'll see this is how I'm going to be running my home for the first part of 2020. Now, if you're not familiar with the Sunday basket, in the book you just pre-ordered, there are like 5 chapters on how to set up your own Sunday basket. So when you get your book in the mail or by digital download or the Audible, however you've purchased it, you will know how to make a basket on your own. We also sell this basket. It comes with the box, 2 different sets of slash pockets, virtual on-demand training, and a weekly 90-minute accountability group every single Sunday. So you could purchase one as well. But while you're waiting for your book to get here, if you don't have the complete system, go over to your podcast app, wherever you listen to podcasts, and search Sunday Basket. I have a Sunday Basket podcast, which is 11 episodes, which is going to walk through in even more detail how to set up your own Sunday basket while you're waiting for your book to arrive. All right, I'm going to deep dive into my box. I will just let you know, I have been using this system in my own home for 18 years. It was 18 years ago this month when I created the system myself. I was overwhelmed. I had a 6-month-old baby. I had a 2-year-old hyper little boy, and I had no time and I had no control over my paper. And that's when I came up with this system. Fast forward to today, I have literally been using this box to create 5 hours a week in my time and sanity for 18 years. Now there are 2 different, you can see there are a lot of pockets. I just went through here and organized them all. This is what we call the 1.0, and everyone has the same slash pockets for 1.0. I'm not going to cover those in this video, but you can learn about those in the podcast and for sure in the book when that arrives. We have green slash pockets. We have purple slash pockets. We have blue slash pockets, and we have pink. And this is what I call the 2.0. Want to know why they're called the 2.0? Because I am a little business owner and I had to get like lots of money together to order these, to manufacture them. And I couldn't manufacture it all at one time. So those got manufactured first and these were manufactured 9 months later, hence 2.0s. Now 2.0 slash pockets will be different for everyone. So I'm gonna start putting my box back together. No 2 people will have the exact same 2.0 categories. I'm going to show you the green first because they're the most universal. And I've just taken some printer paper and put them in the front of mine so that you can't see any of my personal information as I talk to you about these different slash pockets. So here are the tabs I have for my green slash pockets. Greg and I, I'm 47, Greg is 52, and our children are 18 and 20. So when I say estate, like we're not going anywhere, but our children are now adults, so we need to change our will. I don't even have a 401k. Like there's all these kind of future money things that Greg and I are doing, and I'm collecting all that information and working on my estate slash pocket for that. Joey and I both have alternate businesses, LLCs, so I keep our tax information there for Joey and I. Medical for, there was a 7-year period of time where medical expenses took more than 50% of our take-home pay. So if you're like drowning in medical debt, I have so been there. And we're in a heavy medical season again with one of our family members. So there's a lot of reconciliation that needs to go on with what's going to be covered by insurance and what's not. And I keep that information in my medical slash bucket. And then the last one is charitable, and this is also where I keep tax information throughout the year. When I get to February, I make a separate tax slash pockets, and those are available inside of the Sunday Basket Club if you want to watch that video. That is coming in February of 2020. So that's my green slash pockets. Green are usually money, or they could be like if you have a part-time business, you could put them in there. But for me, it's always like all the finances of our family. Now, the next color I'm going to go over is blue, and blue is your family color. Typically, when you have your family color, you would have like all family related things here. And then I use purple as my household related color. But Abby is a senior. She's 18. I'm homeschooling her and she's becoming an adult. We have to switch her doctors. There's so much going on with Abby that I've actually given Abby my whole purple color. So I don't have a household color right now. This is just a 6-month period of time where purple is going to be 100% Abby. See, that's the beauty of the Sunday basket. Like you could keep changing it. So right now my blue color is functioning as my family and household color. Here's how I have it labeled. We have one just for Joey, anything related to Joey. The binders slash pocket. So in the book, The Paper Solution, you're going to learn all about these binders. I have 4 main binders that will replace your filing cabinet. Then there are some optional binders like an IEP binder for your kids or your school memories binder, things like that. So along the way, I just updated my binders a couple of weeks ago, and this slash pocket is bulging because we got a new home security system and Christmas happened and we have all these manuals and stuff I need to add into my binders. So other people might call this a to file, but I call it a binder slash pocket because I don't have any files. So we have Joey, we have things that need to go in binders. Food is something that I am working on personally, but it's not a pink slash pocket. We'll talk about the difference in a minute. It's a blue slash pocket because both of my kids and my husband and I all want to work on our diet. Not losing weight diet, although we all would like to lose about 10 to 15 pounds, but more health diet. We have segued into the path of pretty much buying almost all fast food. I don't feel great about it, but it is the fact of the reality of our life. And we all have different tastes, different nutritional requirements, and different foods that we're sensitive to. So food is something that we, all 4 of us, are working together on as a family. And I have some ideas and different programs I'm working on there. POA is power of attorney. I told you my kids are 18 and 20. I had them over winter break. I printed out a simple power of attorney form online and I had them take it to our bank to be notarized. So now I have the power of attorney of my kids in order to put in their binders, and I want to send that to Greg as well. And then the last one is home. Now in 2019, I did a lot of things to upgrade and fix stuff that was broken in our home. And so there's not very much that needs to be fixed right now. Actually, that slash pocket is empty. Yes, you can totally have slash pockets that are empty in your system. It just reminds you that that is something that you want to work on, or it's a place to put things when you need it. So normally this color would just be family, but these are the things that I'm working on for my family and my home. So before we get into pink, I'll go through purple real quick. I have given the whole color of purple over to my daughter. So here are the things that I'm working on with Abby for the beginning of 2020. First of all, she has a general folder just for herself, things like that I have written down that I need to do, like she needs to get her wisdom teeth taken out, things like that, where are you going to put that information? Then we're going to have a graduation party for her. Plus I have to graduate her. I'm the homeschool mom, so graduation entails a little bit more for me right now. Medical is switching her over to different doctors and giving her power of her own medical decisions, making her medical binder. Different services that she'll need as she graduates, and picking a college. So that's all related to Abby. Now, up until this point, even if you don't really know very much about the Sunday basket, this all totally makes sense. Like this kind of paperwork is on your kitchen counter or in your purse or in a filing cabinet somewhere. You're like, oh yeah, I have all that. Oh my gosh, I didn't know what to do with all that. These pink slash pockets are something that if you're not familiar with the Sunday basket, you probably have never thought about before. And I am so glad that I included them in the system. But truth be told, when we came out with the system and the actual physical pockets 2 years ago, I had a hard time figuring out what I would label these, because pink is the color of me. What do I want? What are my goals? What do I want to do? And to be honest, for the last 20 years, and before that, all I wanted to be was a mom. And then for the last 20 years, I've been a mom. And any time or money that I have has gone to my children, like all of it. Hashtag take it all. They took it all. And now I'm 47 with an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old, and I have a ton of time. Even though I'm the CEO of my own business and I'm homeschooling and I'm doing all those things, like I have more mental time and physical time than I've ever had since my early 20s. Like I would say the quantity of time I have now is similar to what I had in my early 20s before I had kids. But back then I didn't realize it was bonus time. I just thought everybody had this kind of time. Now I know it is extra time. So these are your personal slash pockets, and they could be anything you want them to be. And I'm gonna go through those one at a time. Food used to be a pink slash pocket because I was only working on it for me. I was going through a program and it was just mine. It didn't involve my family. Now that food is something that we're working on as a family, I took it out of our pink slash pocket. So you only have 5. And in the beginning, I didn't know how to have 5. And now I could have more. Of course, you can always add more if you want, but I try to limit it to 5. So my first one just says Lisa. And in Lisa, this is where I keep like books that I want to read, makeup that I want to try, clothes that I want to buy, courses that I want to take, like anything that's going to develop me as me, not me as a wife or a homeowner or a mother or an employer, just sheerly for me, like not selfish time, but kind of selfish time. So this is where I keep like my book list. So that's Lisa. The second one is travel. And for a long time as a mom, I did not travel. 1, because we didn't have the money. And 2, because both my kids have anxiety and my husband. And I think the dog, I give anxiety. I don't have anxiety, but everybody in my family has anxiety. And so if I'm home, even if I'm not doing anything, like everybody's like, mom's home. And when I leave, everybody's like, all these questions come out of the woodwork. I love to travel. I have always loved to travel. And now that my children are adults, I'm going to travel. And this travel slash pocket is for me, not for my family, not for my husband, for me. Last weekend, I had bought so many travel supplies from Amazon and all these other websites, and I perfectly packed my carry-on for travel for the book tour that's 9 months from now. To say I'm obsessed with travel is an understatement. Like I will record videos on my YouTube channel of what's in my cosmetic bag, what's in my carry-on, what's in my backpack. I haven't purchased the backpack yet. I know exactly the one I want to buy. I've researched every single backpack there is out there. Like this is my passion project to no end. So everything in here is related to travel. Getting points, getting airline miles, which airline seat you're supposed to sit in, that is all of it. Like I have read almost every article online. Of course, feel free to send me more because I am obsessed with travel. And I think I'm so obsessed with it because it's me saying, I'm going to do something just for me. And traveling without my family is just for me, even if it's for work. I love travel. Okay, the next one is, it says Cottage Chiropractic. This one's kind of funny. I told you I'm 47. So we have this place here called the Happy Hormone Cottage. And I took a test there to find out what are my hormones doing. Like I could tell that they're doing something, if you know what I mean, and maybe not what I want them to be doing. So I've run all the tests. Next week I actually go back, I'm fine. Everything's fine. But I just want to be at my optimal best. I want to be healthy and energetic and remember my words when I'm speaking and when I travel. And so the Happy Hormone Cottage, I'm happy to go there and learn more about me and what individual supplements would be best for me. And then chiropractic, it was December 31st, so New Year's Eve, and my neck is always hurting. I get massages, I do Epsom salt baths, I do all the things. I used to go to a chiropractor. I pay for chiropractic for my kids, but you know how you pay for things for your kids or other people, but you forget about you? And even when I do my hair and I turn this way, my neck hurts. That's how much my neck hurts. And so my masseuse had canceled my appointment. And I don't go very often, every 6 months. So not very often. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot live. I cannot turn my head anymore. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's chiropractic. So I called and they were open and they got me in that morning and took x-rays. And I came back later that day and they looked at the x-rays and they did my first adjustment. And the doctor says to me, do you want to fix this problem? Or do you want to get rid of the pain? Or do you want to fix the problem for good? Get rid of the pain, 2 to 8 chiropractic adjustments, fix the problem for good, more. I was like, Lisa is at the top of the to-do list. fix the problem for good. So if I stand up, I'm like this, like literally I'm like this, and your vertebrae is supposed to be like this. My neck goes like this. Like you can even see it in this video because I've only done a couple of chiropractic appointments, but when you look at the x-ray, it's like the Leaning Tower of Lisa. Like my neck is this way. I've done 4 adjustments, and the doctor looked at the x-rays again, and he's doing the 4th adjustment, and he's teaching me all these exercises, and he says, you are so locked up, I can't even release this side. Or maybe it's this side. I don't know, but he's gonna release something. And last night, for the first time in years, I did not wake up with shooting neck pain in the middle of the night as I rolled over. I was like, oh, this has been a problem for a long time. The doctor's like, this has been a problem for decades. So maybe I'm gonna get rid of migraines. But anyway, all that to say, this Slash Pocket, Happy Hormone Cottage, and the chiropractor is for me. Like, is this saving my life? No. But is it making my quality of life better? Yes. And is it making me the best I can possibly be in my late 40s so I can live to be 100? Absolutely. Like the things I will do in this Slash Pocket will ensure that I will be healthier and happier in my 80s and 90s. And that's kind of a different place to be, but that's where I am today. All right, number 4 is dates. I like to date my husband. We have great conversations over dinner that we don't have 5 hours standing in the same house together. And we have this publication that comes out from the Cincinnati Business Courier, and they make all these lists of lists, like just all these lists, a million different, it's called the Book of Lists. And one of the books that was in there, which I thought was so funny, is called Upscale Restaurants. They're almost all steakhouses, and they listed the top 25 in Cincinnati. And I said to Greg, I want to go to every one. Like in 2020, I want us to go to all of these restaurants. And he was like, great. So I put this in here, and now when we're like, where are we gonna go? We usually go to Bonefish Grill or Carrabba's or something like that. No, we're gonna pick all these fun places to go. Greg loves a good steak. I love a good conversation. It's a perfect match, and we're gonna have 25 dates in 2020, and that's where we're going. I'm super excited about that. And then the last Slash Pocket is Italy. You guys, this is our 25th anniversary this year. It'll be in August. The Paper Solution comes out August 4th. August 12th is our 25th wedding anniversary, and I want to travel. Did I tell you I want to travel? Like, I want to travel. I'm planning my own self-funded book tour, meaning Organized 365 is going to pay for my book tour from September to May. But in August, I know I'll be going to New York City for some media, possibly California, wherever they want to send me. I am going to go, and I need to be ready. But I need to take care of my marriage first. For our 10th anniversary, we want to go to Italy. For our 15th, we wanted to go to Italy. For our 20th, and guess what? We never went. And so when I got the book deal, and I realized that our book was coming out in August, I said, great, we're going to Italy in March. And I scheduled it, and I called up a travel agent, and I was like, I want it all the way, like soup to nuts. I don't want to make any decisions. We had to pick our airfare and buy our airfare. And other than that, we wrote a check. When we land in Venice, they will pick us up at the airport. They will pay all of the tips. All of our food is included. They're just going to take us to 3 different cities, end in Rome, pick us up from the hotel, take us to the airport, and we are going to fly home. I have to make no decisions. We don't have to discuss how we're going to get somewhere, what the exchange rate is, and what we took. None of it. It is all done. It is all paid for. I am so excited. And I was like, no more of this. We're going to go to Italy someday. We are going to Italy in March of 2020. I am so excited for this. And I'm really excited for the time with Greg. Like, we'll be gone 8 or 9 days. And that's a long time. It's a long time for us to be gone. And I just want to dream again. You know, we have raised our kids, and I know that we have a lot more parenting to do, but you know, we're entering our next chapter. What do we want this to look like? You know, going to 25 cool restaurants in Cincinnati is one of those. Going to Italy, how often do we want to go on international travel? How often do we want to go on local travel? We've already paid for Joey's college. We just have Abby's left. Like, we are so used to giving all of our time and our money and our attention to our children. It's time to think about how we want to use that money as a couple to make more memories for just us, not just our family. So I'll share those with you again. These are my pink Slash Pockets. A place to just put all the things that are truly uniquely me, like my books and what courses I want to take. Travel is my new passion project, taking care of my personal health, not because it's an emergency, just because I want to, dating my husband, and going to Italy. Now, after March, we obviously will be done with Italy, and so this Slash Pocket will change, and it will become something new. And that's the beauty of this system. The Slash Pockets are always changing. They're always evolving into what your family needs, what you need, what works for you. Again, thank you so much for pre-ordering the paper solution. If you have ordered 5 copies, you are also eligible to come to our virtual paper organizing retreat, which will be just like this. I'll be in this office. I'll have a webcam on for 5 hours straight on July 18th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. I live in Ohio, so it's New York time zone. And we'll just be getting our papers organized together. You may think, well, that sounds interesting. I would like to do that, but what would I do with 5 books? I have ideas for that. Don't worry. You could donate it to your library. You could donate it to a hospice center. You could donate it to a senior center, a community center, your church, a divorce support group. There are so many people that have paper or have people going through crisis that need to get their paper organized that would love this paper solution as a resource. So if you haven't already, you can go back, buy 4 more copies. You're probably going to need to get physical copies for those. You can't get all Kindle copies, right? And then you can submit that receipt and we'll sign you up for the paper organizing retreat. Thanks again, you guys. I really, really, really appreciate your support.